Okay. I guess on the list is player 1.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it could player 2.
M2.
And it feel like because we like I joined it did start the game immediately. I didn't have to sync up with the character select.
Okay.
Yeah, that's weird, but seems to be a thing.
Okay. I think that may have happened to me once too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was funny because like I had like
Oh yeah, that's right. That's it.
the black screen from Type Moon, like the thing Type Moon with in the background and all. The first noise of the select screen and then like bling bling immediately after like, and then I got the match.
You just skip that part entirely. Okay.
Yeah,
That's weird. I don't think I've
mean-
seen that before.
yeah. I don't either, but I mean that's good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, all this part is annoying. You don't need it. That's a new state. There we go.
Yeah. Very user friendly.
Yep. When was this netplay done?
Ooh.
Still only like 2000-ish, right? Or 2010-ish?
I wanna say 2012. It might be 11.
Okay.
Specifically, though, because that's the thing. The guy who makes the current Melty caster, because there was one before that, right?
Yeah.
That one should be 211, 212, I think.
I see. Yeah.
The one before that, well,
It was before.
yeah, it was before then.
Not
Also,
as
I guess it
important.
wasn't for this version anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because man, this display is good.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I really hope that, like, now that the GGPO license is released for free, there's going to be some people
Nope.
that
Not the Japanese
make
at least.
casters for games that already exist.
Oh, that maybe. Yeah. Okay. Fan community.
I know that the
yeah.
Japanese aren't going to use. Do you know how much the GGPO license cost before it was free? Nearly nothing. Like if I saved up with 2 friends, we could have gotten the license for any kind of game that we wanted to make. Just
Was
like,
it?
I don't know.
I thought it was like 3 to 5k or something.
Yes, it's 3 to 5k
Yeah.
for a net play license.
Sure, sure.
That's like nothing. So if Capcom doesn't, well, Capcom did use it for some things, right? But they're
Yeah.
not using it for mainline games. If they're not using it for mainline games, and Arc System Works isn't,
I mean,
You
they
can
might
understand why
switch
they don't.
next time. You never know.
yeah. At the very least, they'll now be able to look at the code for free.
Yeah.
That is an advantage of it.
And frankly, like
I'm sure they
I
will.
can think like Capcom going back to GDPO like for another big game.
Did you say you can or you can't?
I can.
You can. Yeah, me too.
But for example, KOF, I don't think so. Only think that's really like made only by Japanese. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, though you do know that they used didn't they use GGPO for the Samurai Showdown 5 special release they did recently for Steam?
Oh yeah, right. I heard that. I didn't confirm it though, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, let me check. It either uses GGPO or their own rollback code. I've only heard that it's very, very good. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, if they did not do it, that's like stupid. Like 5k as like GDPO, it's like kind of really like the best name play, and people use that for a while now.
Yeah.
If you want to do a port and like add like a crap net play, you're kind of killing your port.
Yeah.
Netplay is like the most important thing for finding games, yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's just say yes, yeah. It's complicated. I am kind of a fan of playing offline, even though I don't get to nowadays.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah,
offline
but
is like
still-
here by default, right?
Like for broader success of a fighting game, they need to have like at least
Yes.
some. The netplay isn't allowed to be absolute garbage.
Yeah, like that might be different in the future if like there's further improvements with like streaming services like Parsec, right?
Maybe.
But for now, that's totally right. We need good netplay. Like, I mean, I understand that like it's not like it's not a clear-cut argument, right? Because there's some people that actually really don't like rollback effects.
But
And that prefer delay slowdowns. Those people exist, but
yeah,
feel
but
like-
these people are people that play on Wi-Fi and like played like like unoptimized rollback netcode, like 3 out of
Yes.
5. So
but you know that's still a number of people, right? So
I want to say it's like fewer than the rest that would have like either like a decent or a good experience with rollback netcode. I don't know.
I feel like if we're talking about people that take fighting games seriously, then you're absolutely right. But if we're talking about people that just kind of play fighting games online and don't really know that much, I'm not sure.
I want to say like Alf doesn't care, or Alf is used to weird or bad netplay in other games too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they wouldn't complain, and some like just will complain all the time. That's why I want to say like they're not that much, if it makes sense. But they're loud though.
Sure, but
Bombs!
It is
But
that's
haven't you read these people comments by these people where like this game has rollback not code? I hate that teleporting shit.
I know we talk about it. I know I've heard people like say that, but I've never seen it specifically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, Foxfire and Brentendo are people like that.
I see.
Yeah.
But we played
Like,
Fight Kid and all.
Yes, I mean you have to when you play Fight Kid, right? It's not like yeah, but like we had a discussion on the on this Discord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I don't know who started it, but it was something about like people should implement rollback netcode, right?
Yeah.
And like Foxfire and Nintendo were both like, no, I don't know, that doesn't work well for me. I think usually like a better delay-based netcode is better.
But first, rollback is dead in netcode at its core.
Yes. Yes.
And second, they play like Blaze Blue and stuff. They never realized like, that the netplay is trash. I mean, like Blaze Blue netplay is horrible. Like it feels like so sluggish. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think like Chrono Phantasma and Central Fiction work fine.
Like you
But
definitely.
Unis work fine to me too. So
I feel like BBCF was worse, but I think it's because like they fucked up Izari really bad.
yes.
So like the timing
that's
was
the character.
yeah,
yeah.
but the timing of the combo was a bit harder, and thus the netplay was making it way harder to do. Because I could do
understand.
some combo and stuff immediately. Even I remember like I complained and I showed it, but whatever. I can do combo
Shit, I forgot I
offline
could
first
do
try.
this.
And online, I have like to test like for 5 to 6 times to get it. So
Yes, and then you don't get it that often anyway, because it's difficult.
yeah, but
With the net
as I say, like
competition.
offline, I did it like first try, and I can get it like
Yeah.
almost all the time.
No, I understand. I really think it's it also depends, like not just it does depend what kind of characters you play, but like, I mean, the main argument of Mike Z, for example, right, which makes kind of sense, is that no matter what happens on screen, if you're doing the timing of your combo the way you learned it, you're going to get your combo with rollback, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the rollback netcode, but usually. Because it's still reading the inputs correctly and just rolling back the state of the game, so yeah. And with delay-based netcode, you have to adjust. And those people that do combos by eye, I guess they're not playing complicated combo characters, right? They get fucked up by teleports. I sort of understand. It's just that.
But it will
I feel like
be fucked up by delay too. Because the timing will change, like even more.
well, but they confirm visually. So with delay, they actually have more time,
No.
right?
That's the thing. You cannot confirm with delay. That was my problem in Unis, by example. That had like a visual cue to look at when cancel my heavy kick into DP with Ori.
Sure.
And
Yes,
then with delay, a delay of 3 or more, it's not possible.
Yes.
And it's completely
If you
impossible
have-
with 4 or 5. So yeah.
Yes. So let me correct that. If it's one of those things where you need a visual cue, but then you need to react within a small frame window, then delay netcode's going to make it impossible. That's true. Unless it's like godlike delay netcode like Glove on Fight, right? Where it's like
Yeah, Glove on Tide is like an anomaly.
yes. that's
Someone is like, what? Did you
Yeah.
say animal?
yeah. Exactly. Just I don't know. Some ungodly abomination. They sacrificed some children to make that netcode that good.
I really
Yeah,
don't
definitely,
know
like,
why it
'cause-
worked so well.
Yeah.
When did it came out, Game of Force?
Pretty early.
Yeah, pretty early, right? Let me check. 2002. Wait, no.
What? No,
That's
that's
not
the
the
first-
first one.
Yeah.
Then that's weird. I guess 2008.
Okay, that makes sense. I was
Yeah, but
gonna
still.
say like
Street Fighter 4. That was at the time, and the gameplay was not the best too. So
yeah. That's true. That's I mean they improved it a lot later, but yeah.
yeah,
I did hear it was troublesome in the beginning.
yeah. I mean, it's still like not the best, but it's playable, decent enough that you can do it.
Yeah.
But we also
I mean, like, I
we are
don't-
not doing combos. So
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, like, I don't know any combos in Street Fighter 4, but definitely I can react to anything when playing against people with good net play in America.
yeah,
So Street Fighter 4 is pretty good. I mean, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
yeah. I never tried America, but I already had like some lag with, well, France, Germany. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, again,
Yeah.
if you have to like do like 2 or 1 frame link in that delay, I'm pretty sure you will mess that up.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say was simply that I feel like for most games and characters, rollback netcode should work out better, simply because even with combos that are like shorter, you don't have to visually confirm that much, right? So
Yeah.
it's just,
And generally, you won't have rollback on really short combo-ish. To I don't know,
I
cause
feel like you wouldn't even notice, or
Yeah.
like you notice, but you're doing the combo because it's like a V-staff combo, right? 5 hits done, something like that. I mean, that's like the shorter range, right?
Yeah.
Just
But I
do
feel
some
like-
normals and then end with special, if
Yeah.
possible.
I just feel like how to say, rollbacks happen more like on the first hit, or like in some sort of neutral, more than during combos. Because normally rollback is checked like during in-stop and stuff like that. So I
Yes.
feel like you don't feel it when it's actually comboing.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
don't see-
Skullgirls in particular has it so that the rollbacks happen during strings, right? So that there's less something that happens to you mentally when you're doing the combo.
Yeah,
But that's like really specific. Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever had like a rollback in Skullgirls, or like really few, not enough that I actually remember. But in
I
Skullgirls,
did play some bad connections.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, and I messed up anyway. In Fightcade, when they happen, it's generally more when I dash in or like something like that, or well, the first hit I hit, and suddenly I'm comboed instead. If it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. In Fightcade, I've seen it happen in any situation. Like neutral people are walking around.
Yeah.
Like, oh. In Skullgirls, I actually played people whose connections were bad enough that people were teleporting all over the place.
I see.
So,
Ezreal?
No.
Oh.
Actually, on a bad day, also Ezreal. But
Yeah.
I've seen way worse. So I've played with people from the US that had bad internet.
I see.
And it was not playable. As in, you know, I'm doing Argus Agony, and it zooms in 2 to 3 times to the super flash. Because it can't decide exactly where the position of the opponent is.
Dramatic effect.
Yeah, no, really, it was like Argus Agony, the camera goes in, out, in, out. It was just, yeah, that was actually unplayable.
Yeah.
And if it had been like a problematic, I mean, if it had been a problematic delay netcode, we wouldn't have been able to play at all. But
Yeah.
if the equivalent for delay is like everything slow motion, now.
Yeah, or it stucks.
Yeah. But yeah, like rollbacks, my preference. I understand the complaints against rollback, but I feel like it would be better for everyone, including the people that are complaining, to get used to the quirks of rollback netcodes.
And I feel a lot of people that just say that are like uneducated on the rollback and delays type of thing. Mainly.
That's often the case, but there are some people that just really hate teleports.
I guess.
But yeah, like they do know like what the difference is. It's just they don't care. They care more about this part, and basically I think it's better if they stopped caring about that part, just because the advantages are just way stronger.
Yeah,
And by the way, I'm
definitely.
not sure GTPO is the best netcode. I Melty Blood might be better. I'm not sure.
I never
Like the Melty
played
and the 12.3
an
faster.
American on Melty Blood, so I cannot really say.
Yeah, me neither. But they're right to differentiate. Like you have GTPO just applied to a game state. That's what you have in Fightcade, right? There's a lot of data being sent.
Yeah.
And then you have GTPO integrated into how the structure of the game works, right? And that's, for example, Killer Instinct and Skullgirls. Well,
I
So-
think Killer Instinct is not using GGPO, but its own type of thing.
let me look that up. I think it's
Yeah.
using GTPO. Yeah.
I don't know. I remember like hearing Sagem talking about it, but I forgot he. I thought he said that it was like their own thing, but maybe he meant like their own thing of modification of GGPO. I don't know.
It should be their own modification because they actually purchased the license and then
Yeah.
built the game with that in mind. But let me check before I say stuff wrong.
But apparently, like Killer Instinct seems to have like a really good net play.
Yeah, based on GTPO, made with the assistance of the creator of GTPO.
I see. Yeah.
So, yeah, that is. Yeah, those have good online. I mean, I've only recently played Killer Instinct online with
Godkaiser?
Kaiser. I didn't have a problem, so there's nothing I can say, but we were like mashing really furiously in that game.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the game anyway.
Yeah, but But no, worse, because the thing is like you hit one button and you get your auto combo and then you should decide what you do next, right?
Yeah.
But if you're mentally not really ready for that and you're sort of thinking about cancels, you're like, I have to do more moves. I have to press more buttons. And we kept doing that. God Kaiser even got really tired towards the end with his head. Just, yeah. Towards the end, I stopped pressing as many buttons, but that was like really the last 10 minutes, and everything else was just like ta 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 ta.
I see.
Unnecessary mashing. So, yeah, but yeah, like those games have it integrated. For example, also the netcode in MKX, the one that patched in later, or Injustice 2 and MK11. That's not GGPO, but apparently it's a very good rollback netcode that's also like from the ground up integrated into the game, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
really
either-
look out for MK11 stuff. Is it really all back though? Because I feel like I've
Yes.
seen at least maximum play, and I remember it was just looking slow overall.
I saw a game designer presentation from the guy who managed the net play structure of
That's
the
it.
game. It was like 1.5 hours. Really interesting.
A
One
GDC
hour.
talk?
I think so.
Yeah.
If
makes
that's
sense.
where some video game people talk, then
Yes.
yes.
I mean, the way you describe it is really vague. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm sorry because I don't remember where the presentation was held, so I don't
Yeah.
know if it was like at Games Done. Or
Yeah.
if it was
Oh no,
just
not GDQ. GDC.
Oh. CDC?
Yeah.
Game Designer
Game-
Conference?
Yeah.
it's Game
Oh yeah,
Developer
I
Conference.
think it was. Okay, yeah, Game Developer. I see. I think it was that
Yeah.
because there were talks about some really different topics there too.
Yeah. That's
But
for
that one,
like
super good.
yeah. That's where like Axis did the presentation on how they did the model, and Skullgirls did
Yeah.
also like was thinking on how to animate like 2D fighting games and stuff like that there.
Yes. So yeah, was that like he really explained like how they had to structure the game, where they had to put like particle effects and what to do with those. They overestimated how good or bad their netcode was.
I see.
Because basically they were like, no, this specific instance of that happens during the game, if it tries to roll back here, then it's not going to work that well, and then they tested it with people, and it turns out that it was such a huge limit case, and that no one cared when it happened, that it was unnecessary work.
I see.
So he warned people about that. It was like, okay, so definitely test at this stage, because you may not have to make the netcode that good, because some situations just don't happen unless the net play is already going to be super bad due to connections. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
Real
was
limit
just,
case like that are not worth it. If two
Exactly.
people are using Wi-Fi anyway, it will be bad no matter what.
So there are some Wi-Fi warriors where it looks like their stuff seems to work out for them. I don't know.
For them, yes, not for the opponent necessarily. That's the
Okay.
problem. Like, netplay doesn't work the same for like the two opponents. That's also like a problem that can happen a lot. Like
Yeah.
on DD Sport, by example, or well, I guess DD Sport or MTSP. When I was playing at first with PPN and stuff, for me it was like perfect. I had like no problem, but for him, like he had like some jumps on his side and stuff like that. So there is way that sometimes like one opponent has like a worse time than the other.
I just received a booster pack. Yo,
Okay.
Steve. For Septerra Core.
What's that?
That is let's say an American-German JRPG.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi fantasy world where the world exists on 7 different continents, so it's like 7 Terra core, right? 7 Earth core.
Okay.
Don't need to explain anything else about it. It's a game that I got in a game magazine for free when I was a teenager, so I bought it because I like the game.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of an obscure game to just get like a booster pack for.
Well, you got it now.
Yeah, the booster pack is worth 5 cents, so like the whole pack.
I see.
Let's see what's in there. Maybe I get a rare card or something.
Worst case, it would be like gems or something, I guess.
Exactly. Worst case, they'll be turned into gems. Set Terra Core. 4 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents. Well, altogether that's more than 5, but yeah, I guess at some point I'll turn them into gems. Gems to buy boosters of games with anime girls, because the cards in those are always really expensive.
Yeah, you have to buy your waifus.
That seems to be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or people that play waifu games just really like having badges for their games. I don't know. Anime games in general. And
Yeah.
shmups. Like, you get a lot of money from shmups too. Well, a lot. Like, I don't know, 10 to 50 cents per card.
Yeah.
Like, good deal.
Captain.
But yeah, like, the netplay casters for like Melty, Tuhu 12.3, Eternal Fighter 0, GGPO stuff, and the NRS netplay, those seem to be like the best currently out there, and they're all rollback, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot if EFZ is rollback,
I believe it is.
but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the replay thing is pretty nice too.
Yep.
That type of
Being
feature,
able
like
to
I don't get like why it's like the super niche doujin community that have them. I don't know.
Because they
Why
give
can't-
enough shits about their own games and they just make them themselves.
I guess so.
To be fair, that's just the psychopath who did the netplay, right? Who basically was like, well, if we're already saving, wait, or is that in the game itself?
Hmm?
I don't think so, right? That's because here's the thing, you know, like characters that do time travel, right?
Yeah.
Like Geras, or that character for Skullgirls that never got made, Doctor whatever his name was.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, okay. Basically, those characters work because certain things need to be saved for the replays that are also used for the rollback, right?
Yep.
So, so they use kind of the same technology there. So I just assumed that in EFC maybe that's the same way, but EFC has way simpler replays, so it's actually not that necessary. That goddamn rice peak pressure.
Yep.
So no idea if it's in the game already or if it was added later.
I forgot. But they're just like so cool.
Yes.
But I guess like Maizy didn't know about it. Because otherwise I'm sure it would have like quote unquote like steal it and try to make it like into his game.
Yeah, maybe he didn't know about it at first, but I thought I remember him talking about it at some point. Like being like, hey, look what EFC does, this is really cool.
I've never heard about Maxi talking about that. I learned it from Shimatora directly. Which
Yeah,
is like the admin for the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you played with her, right?
Yeah, she destroyed me. She was cool.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Just like, game is cool, but man, game is hard. Like doing combos in this game is not intuitive at all.
Yes. And when you look at combo videos, it's like, oh, look at how anime this is, and then you play it and it's like,
Well, yeah, it is anime, it feels anime, but something
the
feels
combos
off.
don't. Yeah. The combos feel like you actually have to do it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that to some extent, but like, wow. I never really got focused down on the main character in that game anyway, so...
I guess? Well, you did like the Sleepy Girl and... Oh, I guess you did play the Trap Girl most of the time.
Yeah, I wanted to go in the direction of playing the Trap Girl, definitely.
And then you were sad, and when you were sad you were playing the one with the kicks.
Yes, which is the Sleepy Girl but awake.
Exactly.
Yes. Because that was just easier to do. Because her moves are really good and simple to utilize.
Yeah. The low kick, Yaido kick thing are just so good. Low overhead.
Yeah, and that's super where it's just like, I have 2 ice bunnies, I will spawn 2 more if they go away.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks for the help. But yeah, like, if we started playing EFC again for whatever reason, then I'd try to play the Trap Girl character, I guess.
Yeah.
The frog is just very attractive, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, her playstyle. So...
Yeah, she's really fun.
Yeah.
She has cool movement too. And being kicked by your plushie is pretty funny.
Yeah, and I saw in videos that there's a lot more of her tumbling around that I can make way safer with some follow-ups that I didn't know about.
Yep.
So, if I tried her again, I preferably would look something up for that, because it was already fun to kick yourself into an opponent and hit them as your dash.
But yeah. I could have played like the trap character because I was playing her before and she's cool. I kinda like the gun girl, but everything seems like really hard to do with if I want to do any combo type of thing. Sadly.
Yep.
Magical girl is boring, sadly. She's cool but boring. Boring to play.
Yeah, I liked her. She can smack people against the wall 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that's cool. But that's really like the stupidest combo I can do, and yes, that's easy.
Yes.
The rest is like...
You also... You?
No, I finished. The rest is also That's annoying. Yeah.
Well, you also played the musician girl and liked her, right? Who could set all the musical notes.
Exactly, at the end, like I just like concentrate on cello. I forgot her real name.
Yeah, the cello seems correct.
I mean, it's like everyone is calling her cello, but on the game it's not her name. I just forgot what it is.
Yeah. To be fair, if you run around with a cello in a fighting game and you want people to remember your name, then probably you have to have a stupid name like that's like food, like rice beef.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
That is.
I really wonder if that's a real name. Strittberg sounds real, but I don't know.
I mean, I can tell you.
Be stabbed.
Oh.
Wee. Ow. Wee.
Because
Ow.
it sounds like, you know, Flandre, where it's like, if her name were Flanders, then that would be a real name. But Flandre doesn't really seem to be a name.
I could see like a French version of like the German name could be found.
Yes, but would you write it Flandre?
Yeah,
That's right now I have an extra good low medium.
actually, I see that in Belgium, Flandre is something. I don't know what it
yeah.
is. It seems to be
But-
like a city or something.
Yes, it's a city. But it's written differently, right?
No, in French it is Flandre.
Oh, okay. I
That's
see.
right. God.
So
I
yeah,
see.
that's why I was saying like really in French it would be like something like that.
Yep. FC was fun.
William. But yeah, Cello is cool, and she has like good pressure. But
Yeah.
to do cool pressure, you need to know what you are doing, and some execution also.
Yeah.
Not my case.
Yeah. Like, I have no idea about her combos, but like at least her cello stuff seemed easy to do.
Yeah. I mean, like the stupid like DP cross up on Oki is easy. But
Yeah.
I'm talking like the a bit more complex pressure seems hard to do. Because she's moving all around like hitting the notes, putting notes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like actually getting the optimal amount of notes out does seem a bit hard.
Yeah. But yeah. The DPs that cross up or not is easy. And just stupid to do.
Ah, what the? Oh, air grabs.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like the game, but I don't really want to learn it right now.
Yeah. Like we have stuff to play right now, right? Like,
Yeah.
At least personally, I feel good with Asuka, Million Arthur, and I guess I have to train up Power Rangers a bit. So nothing wrong with that, by the way, because at least it doesn't feel like as quite like a chore like Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see, the combos are actually a bit weirder than than Marvel, I feel. At least, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't have to be too good at it, right? Like,
Sure, I guess.
like
I don't know.
No, its combos are pretty nice, so if I say your main character for your team, that's easy enough. His combos aren't
Yeah.
that hard. I tried out a bit, like finding some custom combo stuff. It's not that
Yeah.
hard.
Weirdly enough,
yeah, exactly.
Cat's combo that is like just a loop from medium to heavy, medium to heavy is hard to do.
I see. Because I tried emulating what I saw you do in matches and just couldn't really.
I see. No, what I'm doing is really easy. Like it's heavy, heavy, medium, heavy, heavy, medium. You have to delay a bit in the middle, but that's easy-ish.
Yeah.
The other
I
one
see.
is like medium, heavy, medium, heavy, medium, heavy, and then it has like a weird linked rhythm, which is just, yeah, I don't know. Apparently, like one guy like in a combo can do like 5 of them and then do something else.
It did look pretty silly, yeah.
I can barely do 3.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
Yeah.
So I just have to look at the timing and I should be fine. Okay.
Yeah. Or you just do like what I was doing before and just doing like heavy, heavy, medium. Just like
Yeah, that
delay.
one. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, I'll avoid the hard one if it's hard. I mean, I'll try it just to see what
Yeah.
the timing is, I guess, but
I didn't know you were playing Cat as well.
yeah, I have Lord Zex and Lord other guy.
Dracon.
Yeah, Lord.
He's also really cool in his combos look.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it took me a while to even understand what I was supposed to do with the character because I didn't understand that I had like teleport follow-ups
Yes, that was
and that I actually have an overhead.
Yes, he's great.
Yeah.
But Lord Z feels fun in my opinion. He's like he has a giant ass scythe. He's just Godot for this game,
Yeah.
which is cool because Godot is fun. You also like his level 3 thing is super funny. I love it, and you have super weird situations where you can combo into it because it's an actual grab. You can only combo into it if the enemy is like in his tumbling state. So you there's like one move that you can make them tumble, and then you can just combo into that.
I see. So that's what happened.
Stop his double heavy. The first hit of his like heavy follow up only leaves them tumbling, or the second one gives you a hard knockdown. So you have to cancel after the first hit, then they're tumbling back, and the guy comes in from behind, just grabbing them. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you can also just special cancel the like first hit, and then you can do some combos because they tumble long enough for you to just walk up and follow up. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
I see. Yeah.
Also, one of the
like
things
he seemed fun.
I think like he can like cancel either his medium or his heavy by a throw, so you can actually link like medium, like you cancel by throw and you link with another medium, or something like that.
Yeah. He has throw indeed. Really dumb, straight up throw cancels.
Yeah.
The fun thing is also like you can do the heavy thing I was talking about. With like one move he sends out like a dude from behind him to walk forward. If you do that, then the dude hits the enemy again. You can combo afterwards and just do the same for like one. I think it's only one rep because they don't like get restand twice. But overall, it's pretty fucking fun. And his assist is good for combos.
Yeah.
I really need to read the wiki about like why they take out of combos, what like triggers the juggle limit thing, because I don't understand it right now.
Yeah, me neither. And no, I don't know.
Because I thought it was like just a certain number of X move, but no, I guess it's just like any
certain number of like almost any move can make them suddenly fall out. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I don't understand like how like Gadget Guru or like people that do like combo video for this game like just stay so long after the juggle limit. Like, that's...
Hey, the systems page exists now.
Hey.
The
He's
juggle
like a
limit and hit stun deterioration.
Nice.
Once a hit connects, juggle limit will start building both passively over time and in chunks whenever a hit connects. If juggle limit is not full, characters will be in hit stun as long as they're in the air. Once juggle limit is full, characters will flip out of juggle state unless they're hit by a move with minimum hit stun, see below. Grounded hits are not affected by the juggle limit, but grounded hit stun shortens over time, so ground loops will eventually drop. Minimum hit stun. All special moves, EX moves, and supers except for O'Donna's 5S ignore the juggle limit and can keep comboing once juggle limit is full. Additionally, any moves with launch bounce properties and will ignore juggle limit. However, these are limited to 1 ground bounce, 1 wall bounce, and 2 launchers per combo. Attempting to do a second bounce will result in knockdown. Third launch will cause the opponent to immediately flip out. Juggle limit can be seen in training mode, but not in regular matches. Okay, so it's just super weird all over the place.
Yeah. It has like standard rules, but makes a lot of weird stuff at the same time, apparently, yeah.
And the thing is, like, people in combo videos, usually they get like such long combos because they mix like their loops.
Yeah.
And then you just do 2 different loops, and those loops basically have like all 3 reps each.
Yeah, which seems like some sort of Frankenstein Skullgirls approach. But,
I don't know. Because they have the subtle the deterioration from like Marvel 3, kinda. and then they have like a juggle loops, which juggle limits, which is actually more like BBCF, I think.
Yes. No. Like Chrono Phantasma, I guess.
Wasn't it the same in BBCF?
Maybe, I'm just not certain, because in BBCF you had like, you no longer have the double move limitation. I'm not sure if...
Yeah, but I
juggle
still think
limit?
you were limited like in time. At least that's what I remember like from CP, and I was pretty sure it was the same in TF. Where
Yeah,
like
that part should be the same, I
yeah,
think.
if you start by a light, you have like 3 seconds of combo or something, medium 5 and AV7 or something like that.
Oh, that you mean. I think that's character dependent. Like they have a combo value, and depending on what they start with, and depending on their combo value, it should affect it differently. Maybe that's just for damage, though?
Yeah, yeah, that's just for damage.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the time is like for everyone.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, they have that, and but having to go through different sets of moves is kind of skullgirlish, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Not at all
somewhat.
like in this
What the
game.
fuck was that?
That was well indeed.
Yeah, well, he has this like a parry move, right?
Yep, and that just moved me with maroons.
Yes,
Yep.
because depending on which version he uses, he can throw you in a different direction, basically. So, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but he did that on a projectile, so it was kind of weird.
Well, no, the first hit of this is a melee. It's like it's a melee
Yes.
attack and a projectile.
I see.
Exactly. But yeah, it looked fun.
Look.
But yeah, like the minimal combos that you have to do to be able to compete with the damage of other people. Jesus Christ. I guess that works.
Bully.
Yeah, yeah. It'll
Yeah,
work
this is a
once,
mix-up.
right? Yeah. But yeah, the minimal stuff that you have to do to be able to play effectively with other people is like at a lower level than what I have to do with my team in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. To be fair, that's because I have Ghost Rider and
Yeah. The racing like Ghost Rider,
Eyeballs.
once you learn the combo, might just feel way easier.
I guess so.
Not specifically than Power Ranger, but just overall, because I think like his
Yeah, I
combo is
understand
not that hard.
No. But I'd call
Really
it
wanna play-
medium level difficulty.
I really want to play some Marvel again just so I can practice Dante. I really want to practice Dante. I don't know why. He's just so cool. I mean, know his combos. It just looks fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, basically, when it comes to Marvel, like, I mean, I did ask you guys. Oh, I guess I'm decent. I did ask you guys, but you were like, "No, you guys will just play like whenever you guys want to. You don't need a weekly for that," which that's fair. And I would put it in as a returning favorite, but every time I want to, you guys play a session before I put it in. So I'm like, whatever, whatever then.
Well, recently it's like we played Power Rangers instead because Power Rangers
Yes.
is new. It's
Yeah.
like cool.
Yeah, we
Yes.
did play other stuff too, but we did play also like some Marvel here and there, so I feel like, yeah, when we want to, we can play it. It just, we didn't
Yeah.
play it for a while because with Andele, it had like a weird problem with the net play. But
Yeah.
it seems
And
to be
that
solved.
seems to be done, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
So that's good.
yeah.
Also, there's Power Rangers now, and I guess that has like a similar.
Yeah,
Yes, we have to play per parsec, otherwise we can't.
yeah,
Right. That's a different issue, I guess.
exactly.
Which is really weird, like that you can't even do it with my family share. That's just so bizarre. Don't get it.
Yeah,
I fucking want them to just put the game up again. I want to play the goddamn game.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just want to buy the game. It's cool. It's fun. I want to support them, but I can't fucking buy the game.
Yeah, that's just
I
crazy.
saw
They
it
don't do
first
anything
out of
about
all
that.
of us, and I wanted to buy it first, but I waited for the money from my friend, and I couldn't buy it anymore.
Indeed. Yeah, yeah, that is, I guess, kind of a funny situation because Vic was like, yeah, somebody playing this? Yes, I guess I'll buy it. And I was like, do I
Well,
have to buy it now? Hey, Andele, can you play it now? No, you have to wait for your friend. Then I guess I'll buy it now so you can play it. I don't really have time immediately to play this. Because I wouldn't even have bought it that early, right? I would have just bought it on the weekend and been in the same shitty situation.
yeah. I mean, I wanted to play it like anyway, but yeah, I just didn't know when it came out. So yeah, they like reminded it to me. And I guess thanks.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it looked silly, and it's made by a competent person, Clockwork. So
Yeah.
I mean, the battle system.
Yeah, there is an article that I haven't read yet, like talking about what he did and stuff like that.
I see. If you remember the article, send it to me. I might read
sure.
it. At some...
I think I do have the article somewhere around here. Let me check. No, that's like a Goose Award t-shirt. That's not an article.
that became a thing.
Yes.
What, the goose?
Yeah, Goose Howard. You know that video with just that goose running after that
Yes. I think I wanted to buy it. I want to buy it. It looks really stupid and cool. Maybe in the other session. Because since Stokasai I didn't come back to...
Predictable.
Yeah. Oh no, I might have finished reading it. That's why I closed it. Yes, I did. Right.
Oh shit, this is the weird medium.
There we go. Don't show it can. It's kinda short.
Show you?
Yeah.
Oh right, I didn't recently read. Oh, you can. Okay. Thanks.
No problem. It's nice. Can I join it the thing in the middle or at some point? So it wasn't here from the start. But I forgot exactly what he helped with.
I see.
Like I remember I think he didn't choose character, he didn't choose like specific gameplay for characters, I forgot. No, I think characters were here already and I maybe had to help with what to do with them. I don't know.
Yeah. Sure, that makes sense that you don't pick the characters for a licensed game, right?
Sure.
Sometimes. I guess unless you're NRS.
Yeah.
Because no one in their right mind is going to be like, okay NRS, we want you to do a DC fighting game. Sure, we like money. We want you to put Dr. Fate, I guess I've heard of him, and Black Manta,
yeah.
and Captain Cold into your game. What? You mean that Batman villain nobody cares about? Yes.
I like the idea of them just getting like a note like way later after like, yeah, we're gonna make a game for us. There's gonna be these characters in it. What the? I don't want to make this game anymore.
Yes, it's yeah, I guess they could have had like a bad selection. It's just Black Manta. I mean, those three characters actually, I was super happy to see those, just because. I mean, that's some obscure shit. You can get more obscure than these three, but it's pretty obscure.
Black Manta is cool. I like
Yes.
his design.
Yes. I really love that they just made an updated version of his original design and not just a new design. They just kept the gigantic stupid helmet.
Yeah. I don't remember his gameplay. I think it was not that amazing, but he had like cool laser or something.
Yeah, Zoner with lasers, I think. I just remember the lasers, to be honest. Maybe
Same.
he does other things.
But to be fair, like, I generally don't like look of the gameplay of Mortal Kombat / Injustice characters, so
Justice looks really boring to me.
Yeah.
It just looks so damn slow. It's just like some lasers from the distance and then some more distance things and then just weird animations. I don't know.
yep. Just
I don't
ban
like
that
it. I don't
laser or
like it.
projectile. That
Yes,
you
I don't
want.
like that studio very much. I don't like Mortal Kombat either.
Mm.
Like they just look so slow. They don't look like cool or anything.
Well, that's because y'all are weak.
Yeah, but it looks just so much more fun than just a guy throwing a knife. It's like so much cooler. Like this fucking girl with a shadow as a shield beats the shit
There's a
out.
girl on screen right now. She is just throwing a knife.
Yeah, but that's fucking because Shiki's fucking bored.
Hey,
Okay.
you can
The
do
series
cool
is about
stuff.
too much philosophy stuff.
It is?
Where Shiki's from is like just bunch of weird cryptic philosophy.
I see. I didn't know. Okay, I'll put it slightly higher on my to watch list.
I watched all those movies like with friends of mine, but the problem is I didn't sleep the night before, so I just fucking fell asleep since there's
Yeah,
a lot of talking in those.
there's a lot of talking indeed.
Yes, so I
But
just
films are
passed
pretty
out at
fun.
some point.
The music is cool. I like the music.
And the movies are supposed to be really good. I was enjoying the part I was awake for, but I missed a lot.
Yep.
So what you're saying is that they were having a long dialogue, and then you fell asleep, and maybe that dialogue was continued in your dreams as something philosophical, i.e., can I
No,
trust what you said?
I think
No,
It was
it
about
has somewhat
weird
some
stuff.
philosophical stuff.
like the
Okay.
usual anime pseudo philosophy at least.
There's good and bad of those, so I wouldn't even call it pseudo philosophy. Because unfortunately, I've seen some anime that used actual philosophy, quote unquote actual philosophy, and they were bad. So like,
Much, try to be melodramatic.
see, how do you write that? Kasham?
CASHERM.
I think there is 2S.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. Yes.
That's like the guy there that is in Tatsunoko. The guy with the dog. I guess you don't remember like the guy in the dog with TBC.
No, I'm just trying to. Okay, I found it. No, wait. That's not a superhero.
A Sentai.
A Sentai. And there's a live action movie. Because I found the live action movie. If that's
There is like
Kasham. Kasham?
like 2010-ish anime, I think, that tries to be a bit darker. I didn't complete it. Let me check.
Okay, I know this guy. Now I got a picture. Yeah. Racing uniform Sentai with dog. Okay. And no, I don't remember him at all from Tatsunoko.
I think he has like his first suit in Tatsunoko vs Capcom. With like the
Yeah, like that V on his head, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like, sure. Just, I don't remember.
He has like a dog. I don't know if it's command grab or hit grab, but basically the dog is like biting your opponent and basically it hold it for you. Kinda cool. I
Yeah.
think he has like an armor override or something like that too. Something that's good to bait like Baroque burst.
That's useful. Yeah.
All these talk about different fighting characters and weird shit they have is really making me want to play Marvel again because there's so much weird stuff in Marvel they don't have in any other game really.
Yep.
Like fucking Wesker, like super teleporting, quick and weird. It's like pretty basic compared to the other weird stuff you have.
Yeah.
I really just want more Phoenix Wrights in games.
Yeah,
Yes.
Phoenix Wright. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
nice.
give us Maya in every game. She is amazing.
Make an entire fighting game with that.
All
Everyone
lawyers.
has like a assist character that walks in and does something.
Phoenix Wright,
Yeah.
like the fighting game.
Yes.
Yes. Just everybody has their assistants that actually are thrown in while they're looking for it.
To be fair, I'm sure you could do something because there is like one prosecutor that has like a whip.
Yes.
Some other have like other stuff, so I'm sure you can do.
Yeah, but like Edgeworth, the main antagonist, he would be. I don't know. He doesn't have anything more than Phoenix Wright, really, does he?
Well, he will be the
Well,
king.
not antagonist, but rival. It's like.
Well, he has like I think he has like 3 spin-off of the game, so I'm sure like he has actually a lot of other like people he could call off, and completely different from the Phoenix game. So I'm sure there is stuff to do.
On the same day that I decided that I would play rhythm games, I also was playing around with like puzzle-ish concepts in fighting games, and sort of thinking about like how you could make Phoenix Wright stuff more complicated but more fun. But like, yeah, if you go too much in that direction, then are people on screen still fighting? They still have to do that, you know. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see your point. People don't have to fight in fighting games. It's like a mechanic mix. You take fighting game mechanics and put them into something else.
Yeah, that works. There used to be way more games like that, by the way. Like
Yeah.
there's this movie with Sylvester Stallone called Demolition Man, no?
Mhm.
And there's a game based on that, and it's a rail shooter, no? You run around with your gun, shoot stuff while you don't run around, you move from screen to screen. But every time that you meet the main antagonist, it turns into a 2D fighting game. Just literally a 2D fighting game. With blocking and stuff, you know?
That's very cool. I want to play that game in PvP.
Yeah. There's even a game based on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, i.e. not the novel, but the movie that's called Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And that's an adventure game, but sometimes you meet monsters and then it's a 2D fighting game. It's like, what? Just, yeah.
Was
There
there
was a
ever
show.
like a well gun thing, but PvP?
What game?
Well gun shooter thing.
Yes, there, sort of. There is a Yu Yu Hakusho game where you're basically kind of playing a very limited first-person view shooting kind of thing, where your opponent dodges to left or right, and you do so too, and you shoot them. And that's sort of fighting game-ish. It's not like the cinematic Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game, where you just see the action sequences play out depending on what attacks you're in. Okay.
But yeah, I'm not even saying fighting game. I'm just saying like PvP, and not like you are both like you're both on the same screen and just the one that has more point wins. But like you're both on the other side of the rail, and you're trying to shoot each other.
Oh, I see. I don't know anything like that.
Isn't that just the first-person shooter?
Yeah, but you don't move.
Yeah, to be fair, that is different.
Game,
Like,
quite a bit more
first-
boring if you can't go into cover and just stand there out in the open.
yeah, I guess what Vic is describing is just Gears of War, but versus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I know it could have been like something in arcade at some point somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, but like, I don't think this concept
Yeah,
if it existed, I've never run across it, but there's some weird shit out there, right? So
Yeah. There is like a bike game where you actually like pedal the fucking bike to fly because you're like a normal bike with like balloon, and to fly you need to fucking ride the bike normally. It's so weird. I played that at Stunfest. It's pretty tiring after some of the game.
I can see that. Does it have a versus mode?
I don't think so. No.
That'd be really funny. Head-to-head arcade, two people really pedaling the shit out.
You got the problem with me, let's go hit the arcade. We're gonna solve it here.
Yeah.
Ah
We're
shit.
playing Balloon Biking EX. Let's go. Or whatever it's called.
Did I find it really? Is that? Yes. Well, there is like two main arcade machine like next to each other, but I don't think it's in versus.
Yeah, no, that's like standard racing setup.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, those could be played versus against each other.
Yeah. But you need to like to get more balloons to get like points and stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess that does look like a very single-player-ish game.
Yeah. Prop cycle.
Wow. It's the part that nobody likes in Superman 64, but as the main gameplay.
Yep. But
To be
you-
fair, this gameplay also exists in good Spider-Man games, and there it's cool. So,
maybe.
flying through rings is not necessarily bad.
Yeah. But I remember like the moving is not the best in this game. To be fair, I think like the bike we had was like a bit old and janky. But yeah, like I'm sure the game was not the best too.
I see. It's certainly an idea.
Yeah.
It's like someone is like, I want to get into the video game industry. Okay, do you have any assets? Well, I used to run like a fitness studio, so here's some pedaling bike things.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I'm sure it's like parents like saying, my kid is playing video game. He's not doing enough sports, and someone made that. Like that they can play video games and actually like do sports.
Yeah. I guess you could make a versus rail shooter kind of like a MOBA, right? Like you spawn enemies for the opponent and you try to kill theirs really well or something.
Yeah, like some sort of defense tower type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like a versus Tetris, right? Where like the screen gets worse for the other guy when you do well. Works for versus shmups in some other games, right?
What is he doing there? What the fuck? Why is he vibrating so much? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who's just freaking out?
I'm going
see.
to take
A break?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Pick you up.
I might stop, to be fair.
I see.
I was about to ask if you want to play some Power Rangers.
No. No. That could have
Okay,
been
well,
fun,
we
but
could-
it's late to start a session of a new game.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, well, I guess we can. There's a
Yeah.
good time to stop then.
yeah. Because I was thinking maybe I could like play some Indivisible, but I don't know. I'm still like, I'll think about it, but it's like a bit late, so it's like 30-minute ish or like 1 hour, and yeah, that's not
Yeah.
enough for a RPG.
Okay. Well then, I guess we'll stop there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then, bye stream.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.